with all the information going back and forth amongst the media, I can feel it. I'm starting to get a good feeling.
Sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah.
Hey guys, it's your favorite mortgage guy, Steve Rockefeller. It is Friday. Guess what? It's a Memorial Day weekend. Listen, let's take a moment to honor all those veterans that sacrificed during wartime, even during peacetime. That's what Memorial Day is all about, is remembering those who sacrificed. So, guys, listen, it's going to be a great weekend. It's basically a 3-day weekend for pretty much everybody that's watching, I'm sure. Now, one of the things I'll tell you is I always say this. Can you believe we're already at the end of the month? We're almost there. We're already into almost June. Who knew? So listen, one of you asked me if I would show you my water bottle again. Yes, I do have water bottles with my picture on it. It's all for marketing. And yeah, it tastes great. So there's the water bottle. All right, so let's start with your questions and then I'll jump right in. So how do I get rid of PMI? All right, guys, listen, if you've got PMI, which is called private mortgage insurance, that means if you put less than 20% down on a conventional loan, you likely have private mortgage insurance. Check your mortgage statement. Find out how much it is per month. If you've got a loan to value that if your mortgage is 80% or less of the value of your house today, then request that it be waived. Now, here's the typical thing that happens. People go into their house. We've seen house prices go up pretty incrementally. Now, if you close with mortgage insurance, you will have it for 2 years. They will not waive it for 2 years. So after that second year, you can request that it get waived. If it's an FHA loan, the only way to do it is you got to wait 10 years, or you can just refinance out of the loan. VA loans don't have PMI. Should I buy down the rate? I'm going to tell you, like I tell everybody that calls me, no. Why would you buy down the rate in a declining interest rate environment? Unless you've just got money and it makes sense to do it so that you don't want to refinance later, but I haven't seen it make sense yet. So the answer is no. How come some of the pics I see online are not representative to the actual home I go look at? Guys, remember, I'm a mortgage guy. I'm not a realtor. I hear that question all the time, 5 times a week. I don't know how to answer that question, but I'm going to tell you what I tell everybody I talk to. Make sure you utilize Google Earth. It's free. So if you know the address of the property, go look at the pictures, then go to Google Earth and look down and see what surrounds the house. Then you'll kind of know what you're dealing with, unless you already know the neighborhood. Are there any grant funds out there? Okay, here's what I want you to know about a grant. You know what grant implies? Grant implies I get something free. There's no free lunch. Grants are for people who could not otherwise come up with money or get something that somebody else could get. So in other words, you got to make a certain amount of money, which is not much, to be able to qualify for grant funds. Now, there are other grants out there, but I'm here to tell you, if you're making 60, 80, 90, $100,000 a year combined income, you're not getting a grant. I mean, it's just that simple. They're not giving away free money to someone who's making 100 grand. They're just not. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Should I take money from my 401k or a stock fund for a down payment? All right, here's the thing. All day long, you can use your 401k funds. You're not withdrawing the money. You're borrowing against it. So the asset is still invested there. You're just borrowing against it and paying it back over whatever period of time is required on the 401k. As far as from a stock fund, like let's say you have a day trading account with pick your favorite company, Schwab or whatever. That's up to you. You could create a taxable event depending on how much money you made. And if the tax is not that much, I would utilize my own money all day long, depending on the growth. Now, I will tell you this, we lost about 20% in April, but most of it's come back right now. And I'm sure you've seen that. So guess what, everyone? The big update this week, tariffs are back on the table. Now, for those of you that I have not spoken with directly, let me fill you in on what I am hearing. Your favorite mortgage guy is hearing. Whether I'm out talking to people or chatting with clients like you, this message is the same. No matter how folks feel about who's in office, I'm talking about the person. If you don't like Donald Trump as a person, or if you didn't like Joe Biden as a person, doesn't matter. No matter how they feel. But right now, we're talking about the current president. There's one thing everybody agrees on that I have spoken with. Doesn't matter what party they're with. Our country needed this financial reset. Now, guys, I did some own digging to fact check some things as well because I wanted to better understand the wasteful spending. And honestly, as a tax-paying citizen, I'm blown away by how long it has taken and how long this has been going on under the radar to figure this out. So, you know what? I don't like people losing their jobs, but I'm going to tell you, maybe this had to happen. And our country needed a reset because you want to know something? We are the laughing stock of the world. Oh, we need money. Let's go to the US. They'll figure it out. They'll give us the money. And listen, just go to the Doge website and look at this wasteful spending. Now, I say go to the Doge website because that's accurate information based upon that information there. You can always go to one of these BS websites and figure out who's arguing with it. But come on, like the guy said, I think it was Rubio said the other day, he said $10 million for male circumcision in Africa, adult males. Okay, that sounded weird, but $10 million for adults to do that? Who wants to go through that? Why are we even wasting our money on a foreign country for them to be able to do that? So, what does all this mean for interest rates? It means a lot because those costs have to come from somewhere. So let's talk economics for a minute. Mortgage rates are directly tied to inflation, government spending, job losses, and job creation. Does that make sense? Okay. The financial cleansing will actually help improve rates over time. Now, Fed Governor Christopher Waller recently commented on this. He said that once the tariffs hit around 10%, which looks very likely, we should start seeing an improvement in rates towards the end of the year. But that doesn't mean wait to buy a house. Remember, what happens when you have rates drop? You have supply and demand. So rates drop, supply shortage, prices go up. Now, let's look at the big picture. Check this out. Look at this chart up here. Could be over here. Could be over here. I don't know where. Katie's going to put it up here somewhere. It shows $18.2 trillion in U.S. consumer debt. Now, what does that mean? The largest chunk is mortgages, 13 trillion. Now, don't miss the student debt, the credit card debt, the auto debt, and let's not forget about the one thing that's not shown because it's not reported to the government, the $300 billion plus in buy now, pay later. Now, what's a buy now, pay later? You know what it is. You go out to buy something on a website and it says, hey, for 3 easy payments, you can do this. You've all seen it. Or you go to a store and they say, would you like to pay it over 3 or 4 payments on the little credit machine like at Macy's or whatever? That's BPNL, buy now, pay later. Now, that last one, that's hitting people hard. We're seeing it in the mortgage applications. Some folks can't qualify because you want to know why? They're not making the payments and it's hitting their credit reports. And now all of a sudden they don't qualify because they don't think that we're going to see that. Well, this is why realtors now are requiring pre-approval letters over pre-qualification letters. Remember, pre-qualification, you said you didn't want me to pull your credit. You don't want me to check your income. You don't want me to check your assets. You just want to tell me what you think I need to hear to tell you what you need to hear so that maybe you can go out and buy a house. So I'll give you that pre-qualification letter that says, based upon what he or she said, we think they're going to qualify. Realtors don't give a damn anymore. They're not putting you in their car. They're not even letting you in the front door. They want a pre-approval letter because it's starting to become real. Now, if you've got a home with a 2%, a 3%, a 4% mortgage, you might be thinking, why would I want to refinance? Well, here's why. Debt pay off. But, by rolling those higher interest rate debts, I can almost guarantee you'll save money. I've told you over the last several segments, I'm saving people $2,000 and $3,000 per month, even if your rate goes up a bit. But listen, let's not forget, people are still buying homes regardless of rates. So refinance if you're not going to move. Let's get your debt back in line so that you're more comfortable, you can breathe, you've got more money. But if you're still looking at buying a home, the market's moving no matter the rates. People bought rates 2 years ago when they were 8.5%. People are buying houses right now. So if you're ready to move, stop getting ready to get ready. Call me. It's simple. I need 2 bank statements, 2 pay stubs, 2 W-2s, and maybe a phone call to me. Or you can go to my website. All the information's down here. And then don't forget about my social medias along the side here. Listen, guys, I want you to go out there and friend me on everything. I've got Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, X, which is, yeah, X used to be Twitter, um, uh, TikTok, Snapchat. Got all these things. I've got a YouTube channel, Your Favorite Mortgage Guy. Don't forget about the podcast over here. Might be over here. I don't know. I can't. It's probably reversed, so I bet it's over here. But either way, on those podcasts, they're audio podcasts that you can play on your phone. If you want to see the video of it, go to my YouTube channel, which you're watching right now, and you can get the video podcast. Guys, I need you to tell your friends, your family, everybody about it. I'm so excited about what's getting ready to happen with housing. It's been super slow, so I could use the business. So if you need anything, all my contacts below. I hope you guys have a phenomenal Memorial Day weekend. Bye now.